the part doesn't need to be the bleeding edge of accuracy, then give that surface a little bit more wiggle room. He can cut it, but tighter tolerances forces him to do more work in order to make sure it's precise. Bullet point number 2, standard metric or standard imperial charts should be used. So when I was interviewing the machinist, he said refer to the chart over and over, and I was like, I don't know what that means. So I need to pull up the chart, a list of every drill bit and every other bit that every machine shop should have by default. So if a designer calls out for a threaded hole and has this chart hanging on his wall, you're darn right the machinist is going to have this bit on the list. Happy machinist. But if a designer calls out for a non-standard hole that isn't on the chart, then the machinist has to order a new bit, new tap and die. Sometimes the shit has to be mailed, and oh my god, that costs time and money. More than likely, it'll never be used ever again. And bullet point number 3, be more realistic about some designs. So this one I thought it was kind of funny. They were in the middle of a lunch when I asked them for clarification on this bullet point, and my man holds up an aluminum tray with some chicken in it and says, sometimes I get parts with like 0.3 millimeters of thickness, almost as thin as a sheet of paper. So here you are trying to machine down a part with the structural strength of a crunchy autumn leaf. Meanwhile, the designer is like, yep, this leaf mathematically makes sense.